So today we're actually going to be taking a look at a series of videos, and this is all going to be surrounding the whole Shannon Sharpe case. So we already know Shannon Sharpe is accused by, they're saying she's 19, someone says she was 20, and I'm also hearing 21, so I'm not really sure. But is this 20, is this 19 to 21-year-old? We're not sure yet.
Shannon! Shannon!
OnlyFans white chick, right? And he is now being accused of SAing, if you get my drift. Okay, her. There has been some text messages that have been coming out, some audio recording as well. The audio recording sounds, it sounds either it's really chopped up or y'all just don't really have anything to talk about, because the way these pauses, oh, so you're gonna do that? Yeah. Oh, well, that's crazy. Just like you like it. You know what I mean? It was like, what? So, I mean, okay, so whatever with those. And then there's some text messages, explicit stuff. Apparently, I didn't even know this was a thing, but apparently, Shannon Sharpe, Mr. Shannon Sharpe himself, Le Poirier, is interested in race play.
You kidding me?
I didn't know that was really a thing. I mean, I heard, but I didn't know that was the title. It's essentially when you like to be degraded, dehumanized because of your race, and you want someone of the opposite race to do that to you. Now, what do you gain from that? I guess you get, I'm not sure, but let's get into this video. Okay, so on the Twitter birds, as you see right here, this came out. This is what Shannon put out, and it's a statement by Lanny Davis counsel to Shannon Sharpe. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. Apparently, this is what that OnlyFans chick, Gabriella Zuniga, went and sent him October 7th, 2023. Before we continue, Shannon. All right, Shannon? Why? Here's the thing. I know people gonna say with the age, whatever, 19 is legal, 18 is legal, so whatever. Okay, you do whatever you do, whatever. It's legal. Okay, because y'all talking, I don't think really y'all should be 16 and driving either. Okay. And some of y'all be drinking at 18. Oh, well, it's not legal but y'all be doing all this up in college and I be seeing it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about some morals. Let's go and talk. With that being said, it's legal, fine. Now, you couldn't have found a quality woman. You couldn't have found a quality 20-year-old or someone who is in college, even if you're not, because I get it, schooling for everybody. But someone who has some substance. Let's not make it seem like just because you're 19 or 20 or 21 that y'all just all dumb. There are people who have substance. This chick ain't that. So that's why I'm looking. I'm like, people are like, well, what are y'all gonna talk about? You definitely can't talk about anything with this chick. She seems like she's not you know what I mean? So I'm just looking like, I guess I'm a little confused why you thought, and I get it, okay, you got needs that need to be met, all right, but why not go and get like an escort or something? Why go and get, and they don't say anything, okay? You want them to sign NDA because, okay, and you pay them, fine, okay, because you don't want to get married, you don't want to settle down, you want to be out here in these streets, fine, but why are we doing this? This chick does not seem of quality. She's an OnlyFans chick saying she's a prostitute. Oh, I mean, is that not what's going on here? If you're paying for it? Oh, well, I ain't paying for it. I didn't have to pay for it. I mean, I just bought her $50,000 worth of jewelry. You paying. Just because you don't directly give her cash. Oh, well, I signed a check and gave it to you. Paying.
Much. That much.
Well, I just bought her a new car. You're paying. This kind of chick don't seem like she even is interested in you. And then the way she's talking, now you can say, oh, it's all a part of the bit. She don't even seem like she likes black men. Besides the waist down. And this is who.
Is this your game? Huh?
Let's continue with the text messages. Okay, I'm not about to read them all because I got a lot of videos to show. So, right, Chad. All right. And it says, I miss you. Sorry. And it says, I know you miss this big juicy arse, 25,000 for each cheek. Now, what does that even mean? So, if I'm putting it in the hole, do I get to hold both cheeks and that's 50,000, or do I only hold one? And how does that work? I don't get it. That's what she said January 1st, 2025. Uh-oh. Wait, hold up. That's recent. Says this lawsuit filed by Gabriela Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby is a blatant and a cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Miss Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with the secretly recorded video of the consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of her own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicated the nature of the relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her own specific and graphic requests. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead because there is there's some more, y'all. Only if you put the baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to. Sorry. Only if you put the baby gravy in me, then you, I'm assuming, can do whatever you want to me. This is what she said. I want to put my tongue in your badoosie, then marry you. That's my daddy F. I want you to put a big black baby in me. Y'all, this is probably, I get, he got kids apparently by black women. This is why some of these dudes don't be wanting. Ain't no black woman saying this, y'all. Oh, well, just say put that baby gravy in you. I ain't saying that. I'm not into. I'm not into all that kind of talk. That, I'm more of a just show. Let's not tell. Let's just show, just do, you know what I mean? This is like not something I really want to be saying anyway. But you know what I'm saying? She gonna put her tongue in your booty hole. Okay. And put a big black baby in me. Why gotta be big and black? Because it'll be mixed at that point. Why gotta be big and black? To me, that's just, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. Says you better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Y'all, Lord, didn't Cat Williams talk to him January 2024? This is 8 months later, and you still... These messages are just a sampling of the broader pattern of graphic sexual communication initiated by her. Y'all, let's go ahead and look at some of these videos that I got because this is a whole hot butterball mess. Let's get into it.
Shannon Sharpe, who announced yesterday that he would be stepping away from ESPN and ESPN's First Take, my daytime job, at least until the NFL preseason sometime later on this summer. As you may recall, a lawsuit was filed against Shannon on Sunday by a woman using the name Jane Doe, or using a Jane Doe pseudonym. The 13-page civil complaint filed in Nevada alleged that Shannon Sharpe committed assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. Shannon and his attorneys responded with evidence of the relationship being, quote unquote, consensual. And Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, responded by releasing audio of an alleged conversation between his client and Shannon. For those that don't know, Tony Busby is the same attorney that filed the lawsuit against Jay-Z and Diddy, alleging they both sexually assaulted a minor, which has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z has now countersued Busby. Needless to say, the headlines this week took on a life of their own, and as a result, Shannon announced he was stepping away from ESPN. Here's a portion of Shannon's statement. It's been a difficult week from a sports media perspective, certainly as it pertains to First Take. Shannon Sharpe became a friend. When I recruited him to come on board on ESPN's First Take, he came on board and he did a sensational job. No matter the amount of success that we enjoyed for the 12 years prior to his arrival, he helped take it to another level last year. And we were doing our thing this year as well. And so when the news came down that he and ESPN had mutually agreed that he would need to come off the airwaves of ESPN, it was a blow to the show, a blow to me personally, because I'm going to miss him. But it was not a surprise. When I was on the air just a few days ago, a lot of people were looking for me to say something. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to speak to one's innocence or one's guilt about something I have absolutely positively no knowledge of whatsoever. Do I believe that Shannon Sharpe is guilty of what he has been accused of? Absolutely not. That is my personal opinion. The brother that I've come to know, I don't believe would assault or rape anybody. And I'm going to state that emphatically. But just as emphatically, I'm going to remind everybody it is my opinion because of what I feel about him. Not in any way implying that I know a damn thing beyond that, because I don't know. I've seen the text messages released by his lawyer, who, by the way, I don't think has been impressive in this at all, because some of the information that was let out to the public, I have no idea why a lawyer would advise such a thing, but that's a different subject for another day. And we're allowed to deduce from an opinion perspective what we believe and what we don't, so long as we concede that we have no way of knowing definitively what the truth is. What I can speak about is the fact that this three-time Super Bowl champion and this Hall of Famer, who emphatically stated to me over the phone how innocent he is of these allegations that have been levied against him, insisting repeatedly that anything you read, anything you see, anything you hear was fully and totally consensual.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
Come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So
you don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches, and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Told you. I told you. You ain't telling me shit.
She's so young that she could pop out. 20.
She 23. Darnell.
20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the
Darnell.
I didn't date her mom because why didn't I date her mom? What?
You like him young, though.
Don't do that. I don't like him young.
Okay. After looking at those clips, let's have some more words, okay? So this one person put up, and it says everyone has an opinion on Shannon Sharpe, but the biggest takeaway that no one is really talking about is y'all lust will land you in completely avoidable situations. If you weren't busy being a freaky frog, you would have never been in a situation at the Jurassic Park age of 56 years old, which is not old, but you know how people to be caught up with the 19-year-old. A 19-year-old told you to come and put that big black baby in me, and you went choo over sexualized ostrich. I don't agree with the additional insults, but I get the point.
Holler, fuck me with the dog collar. I'm suing your black ass for $50 million. Lakers in 5. Nah, Shannon Sharpe actually freaked the fuck out. I thought, my Michelle was bad. Gabrielle, what the hell? That's my Michelle. Lakers in 5. What you mean, baby gravy? Baby gravy? She want me to put a big black baby in her? Is this race play? Baby gravy. Who's the real Slim Shady? Give me that big black baby. Lakers in 5. Unc, I can speak for everybody when I say we've had enough of your escapades. Trick or treat, super freak, $25,000 each check. Lakers in 5. Nothing else for 2025. Matter of fact, for the whole decade, you're cut off. No more. NBA, SGA, make them bitches sign an NDA. Lakers.
Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe announced that he is temporarily walking away from ESPN due to the $50 million lawsuit he is going through with a 19-year-old OnlyFans girl who was accusing him of sexual assault. Now, he has already on record said that it was consensual sex. And here's the deal. I want to say this. I believe it was consensual sex. But that's not the point. It's not a good look to be in a sexual assault lawsuit with a 19-year-old white girl when you a big black man working for Walt Disney. Yes, ESPN is owned by Walt Disney. Nobody temporarily walks away from a multi-million-dollar job. But let me tell you why I'm irritated, because I tried to save Shannon Sharpe. I tried to save her. Now, if you recall, I ran into Shannon Sharpe at the NAACP Awards. I stopped him. I said, Shannon, I got 10,000 girls I could hook you up with. If you don't remember, take a look. I already know it. I got what you looked at. I got like 10,000 girls. He walked away. 7 seconds could have changed his whole life. All he gave me was 7 seconds. Shannon, you should have sat your ass there and listened to me. Look at all these beautiful girls. Look at all these beautiful girls on the Kendra G singles dating app you had access to in their 30s. I know you want them young, so I went to 30s. You can search by age, location, education, kids, all that on the Kendra G singles dating app. I know you got a type. This is your type. I know you got a type. They are on the Kendra G singles dating app, but you walked away from me. Now you got to walk away from ESPN too. Next time you better listen when a black woman's trying to tell you something.
It's funny how as soon as a black man get caught up, you niggas always talk about give him grace. I made a video about Shannon Sharpe, just a comedy joking video, and you niggas got in my comments talking all type of shit when that man was literally caught on tape. But where is this grace when y'all be online dragging black women over eyelashes and Instagram captions, ho? Y'all will find every Bible verse and therapy to save a grown-ass predator, but didn't have a crumb of compassion when it was Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo, Serena, hell, even Keke Palmer caught strays. You niggas will crucify a black woman faster than y'all brush y'all motherfucking teeth, and half of y'all bitches still skip that step. But when it's a predatory black man who we know in the wrong, y'all, we don't know the full story. They setting him up like he wasn't caught in 4K. Bitch, we heard him clear as day say he was gonna choke that little white girl like he was recording a voicemail for Satan. It's crazy. Y'all demand understanding for men who we know do fucked up shit, but give nothing but hatred to black women, including the black women who give y'all life. Y'all show more love to alleged abusers than anything, which is mind-fucking-blowing. And don't let it be a gay black man. Because, bitch, the minute a gay black man exists, Y'all treat them like public enemy number one, okay, ho? But want to cry for unity when it's the horrible niggas in the hot seat. Fuck out of here. Grace ain't free and you hoes definitely ain't earned it. Y'all ain't kings. To keep it honest, I'ma start calling y'all the Bedwinch Battalion. Marching into every comment section, swinging y'all trauma like a purse from City Trends, bitch. Ain't no more saving y'all niggas. I hope black women continue to watch y'all from a distance and sip their tea, okay? Hold y'all breaths, Bedwinch.
No wonder it took 3 years after Shannon Sharpe's relationship with a 19-year-old for the lawsuit to emerge. After signing a secret document, Gabriela Zuniga saw her chance to get rich. Shannon Sharpe may be on the verge of losing everything. After being sued by 23-year-old Gabriela Zuniga, the former NFL star with a net worth $3 million is now facing a $50 million compensation demand. Worse still, just like in 2010, Sharpe has once again lost his job due to a lawsuit. But after the case went public, some online users noticed strange details. Both parties confirmed that Sharpe and Gabriella were involved when she was just 19, and their relationship continued for years. That means she may have been collecting evidence all along. So why wait until now to sue? A few weeks ago, a news story may have revealed the answer. Just before the lawsuit, Sharpe's podcast deal was reportedly up for renewal. It was revealed he had received a historic offer worth $100 million from a major podcast network, the largest commercial deal ever signed by a retired athlete, setting a new standard for post-career success. Gabriela Zuniga saw that story and realized that with enough proof, she could become a multimillionaire overnight. No more adult content uploads just to survive. So she launched her lawsuit.
See, a lot of y'all missing the whole point with this Shannon Sharpe situation. Look, it's not really about if she's wrong, if she's trying to beat him out some money or not, if he's guilty or not. I mean, I hate to see him in this situation, but that's not the point. The point is, why did he put himself in that position? See, we got to be smarter. See, a lot of people pointing the finger at her saying she tricking off, she wrong, she did. Man, look, he shouldn't have never been in that situation anyway. I mean, come on, 19 years old, 56. What do you guys have in common besides sex? So you just gonna continue to spend all this money tricking off with females who on Instagram or OnlyFans and put yourself in a position to be caught up like that. It's a lot of brothers out here like that with a lot of money. I understand, you can get caught up. It's a lot of great looking females out here. But when you get older, you're supposed to mature through life lessons. Come on, man, let's be real. Y'all never had sex before? Y'all never had a woman with a nice body? You done did that before. And you cannot tell me you done reached 40 years old, 45, and you think it ain't no older women that's 40, 45 that still look good. They all over the place, bro. And they educated. They got something to bring to the table. And they looking for good men like you who can bring something to the table. But y'all falling into the trap. Y'all want stuff that's so easy. All you gotta do is just pay and shit, do whatever you want. You're gonna find yourself 60 years old and by yourself with nobody who you built something with, somebody that really care about you. None of that. You're gonna find yourself in a scenario where you're gonna be in a hotel with one of these females. You're gonna have a heart attack or something. You know what she gonna do? She gonna break up out of there and leave you to die because she don't care about you. She only there for the bag. Come on, man. We got to be smart. We can't make the bag and give it away thinking with the small head and she thinking with her head. So she going to outthink you every time because she thinking up here. You thinking down here. You got a one-track mind. Nail her. That's it. That's the lesson behind all this shit. Man, look, it ain't got nothing to do with if she's guilty of trying to beat this man or not. Or if he raped her or not, or whatever, all these allegations that she throwing out there. It's bigger than that, because it's a life lesson for us. Some of you guys gonna run into some money. What you gonna do with it? Some of you guys got money right now. What you gonna continue to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars with Instagram and OnlyFans females? Are you out your mind? That's money, man, you can put back in your community where you come from and help some people. You can help some kids go to college. You can help some people start a business. You can show some people with something, that can change their life with that money. That's the point in this. That's the point. I said this in the video, but a lot of people ain't getting it. They think I'm trying to tear Shannon Sharpe down. People saying that that's the problem with the brothers now. We knocking each other. Man, this ain't got nothing to do with knocking him. This about us waking up and doing the right things. We got to be smarter.
This whole Shannon Sharpe thing has raised a lot of interesting questions and arguments in my comments. And the one that I think is the most interesting is the conversation of raising the age of consent. Should we or shouldn't we? Keep in mind that the entire world has unanimously basically agreed that 18 years old is considered a well able-bodied adult. And in some places in the world, it's actually even younger at 16 years old. And I think it's an interesting conversation to have, because at what point can we hold you accountable? You can be tried as a 16-year-old in a lot of places in the United States. And we've already gone over all the things that an 18-year-old is capable of doing. And 16-year-olds can even marry each other in this country with parental consent. So at what point do we consider you accountable for your actions, regardless of the argument that your frontal lobe isn't matured until you're 25? Well, 25 mentally is not the same thing as an adult physically. Science states, and I am not using this as an argument, I'm stating facts here. Science states that biologically, a human adult's body is physically considered an adult when they are at the age of 14 years old, when the body is able to reproduce and the body has become sexually matured. Now, even though that's not an argument for morality, it does paint a picture that in nature, well, nature says it's normal. And I would like to state for the record that I think that's still gross in normalcy for myself personally. And I don't think Shannon Sharpe is blameless in this. The main argument is everybody's saying they want to raise the age of consent to like 25 years old. Okay, well, let's think of all the things that you can't do then until you're 25. Because if you can't choose to be in a relationship with somebody, even though physically and societally you are an adult, then you can't do all these other things either. No voting, no personal insurance, probably no driver's license, certain jobs, you can't enlist in the military, you can't be a police officer, you can't be a bartender. This means you can't even do anything like be, let's say, security. You can't rent, you can't home own, you can't have children and raise them, you can't get married. Because if the age of consent says that, well, the new adult age should be 25 when you are legally able to consent for yourself, okay, well then all these other job facets, all these other societal facets that require you to be a minimum of 18 have to go up as well. And then we're going to have another issue of a bunch of 25-year-olds, and by a bunch, I mean hundreds of thousands, living at home with their parents until they turn 26. All that being said, I think it comes down to what you personally perceive to be an adult. Your feelings, your morals are not a copy and paste for the whole world. So I think this is where we need to start having discussions, healthy discussions. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.
I want you to put a big black baby in me. That's what knocks you niggas' socks off? You better get used to this, because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. That's the part that gets me. That's all it took to get Shannon Sharpe's attention, and for him to be stuck on a 19-year-old teenage girl. It's so sad, because black men that fetishize white women let them talk to them any kind of way. And our ancestors didn't go through all that trauma just to let some little 19-year-old teenage white girl say, I want you to put a big black baby in me. That's basically a racial slur. Now you're letting some mid-Idaho 6 force you to take a step back from ESPN and ruin your career. Was it even worth it? I don't feel bad for Shannon Sharpe. I only feel bad for his kids because of the embarrassment that they're having to endure right now.
Uncle Shannon Sharpe is a perfect case study and example as to why there's an epidemic amongst black, famous, successful, rich men, and that they're always suffering. Their fate is always suffering at the hands of a mid-white woman. Average at best, to be honest with you. It's always an Ohio 6 that's like ruining the lives of these like great, successful black, entrepreneurs and figureheads. Why? You throwing away the empire potentially for a 19-year-old OnlyFans chick? She looked like iCarly, dog. She's not even Margaret Robery. She's an Ohio white. I don't even know how to say that lady's name because I don't be frequent in those circles and like things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm lactose intolerant. But Shannon Sharpe, I can't be the only one who saw when there was a $50 price tag and bounty on Uncle Shannon Sharpe's head. I was like, let me go see what this girl looks like at least. Unc. That's like middle of America, like hot. Not even really hot. Like, why are you not going for the Tracy Ellis Rosses, the Nia Longs, the creme de la creme? You know what? Forget I asked that. Why are you just not going for women that are like a little bit closer to your age? Hell, 25, 30, you're going for 19-year-old OnlyFans chicks. You're risking your entire empire for a chick who is texting you consistently saying, put a black baby in me. I want a big black baby.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
Unc, I'm a card-carrying member of the Freaky Club. That's a little too much, Unc. I'm sorry. 15 yards on the play. What the fuck? You're going down bad for spoiled milk. That's not even milk. That's spoiled milk.
Shannon Sharpe, another man, another day doing dumbass shit. So y'all out here with an endorsement deal, podcast check, and Nike on speed dial. And then boom, you let a 20-something-year-old with a ring light and a lawyer ruin your legacy. Shannon Sharpe, are y'all racing to see who can fumble the bag the fastest? Shannon Sharpe, your brand can't survive another scandal. Sir, protect your bag like you protect that PS5. Because the next time you act up, the only gig that's gonna be left is Tubi, called Canceled and Clueless.
Is not. Well, I guess we know who his Michelle is now. Cause she's suing his black ass too. God damn. Shannon Sharpe, they ain't letting up, is them? I see. You have made a career after football of letting white folks dog walk you. Cause Skip used to talk to you any kind of way every day on the show. Demeaning you, belittling your career, you just taking it, right? Now you got Gabrielle talking crazy. Says she needs your big black baby and your baby gravy. Lakers and five. Lakers and five. Right? Now here comes Michelle. First it was Gabrielle. Shannon, what the hell? Lakers and five. Lakers and five. So apparently Michelle Evans is Shannon's ex and she's suing him. Oh, you might as well give it up, dog, because they gonna take your ass down one way or another. Like one of them white girls.
Your favorite musician right now is probably messing with a young woman. Shoot, even these older females are messing with younger men. The only reason y'all don't be hearing about it is because of these NDAs. The only reason Shannon blowing up right now is because he didn't care. Or more like he was just too thirsty at the time. This is real life, family. You think these rich-ass people, men or woman, don't got like a harem? Like half of them got harems, bro. Diddy ain't the only freaky dude out here, bro. I could name a few women who actually, I can't say put on blast because they wasn't put on blast because y'all don't be caring unless it's a man. But they were older and they were dealing with young men. Out of your 10 favorite artists that you have right now, or just celebrity, I guarantee you about half of them be messing with young girls and dudes. You think Kai started NDAs? No, bro, they have been around, like, forever. If you 50 messing with a 19-year-old, you wrong, point blank, period. But y'all acting like y'all surprised. Shoot, you, right now, the person that's listening. How many times have you seen your uncle, your daddy, your grandfather whistle at a young lady? Or your auntie, your mama, or your grandmama talking inappropriately about a young man walking by? Or the pool boy. Man, y'all acting all high and mighty. Y'all don't even say nothing to the people in y'all lives. You ain't really mad. Let's keep it a bean. You ain't really mad. You just following a trend.
We cannot keep defending Unc. Hold on, wait, because he ain't my uncle. He might be. We can't keep defending Shannon. All right, we let the IG live go. He moaning all in the mud. We let that go. Hey, everybody slip up. Everybody have some type of slip up. But this right here, it say Shannon Sharpe steps away from ESPN concerning sexual misconduct allegations, right? Which is what I know you like, dog. Okay, I mean he just had a little, you know how they be want money, and come on now, it's gonna happen. Okay, I get that. You reading that? Can you see? I know I got glasses, pretty thick glasses. I ain't got them on, but I know I can see that right there. 19. The girl was 19. 19. That okay, just do the math right quick. He what, 56, 57? That means, do the quick math, that when she was born, he was 38. Oh my. And man, and listen, bro. And I mean, what did Monique tell him? Why didn't he listen to Monique?
Shannon, you don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Come on now. You need to be loved old. You know what I mean? Somebody they got to put their teeth in. I hope she get every penny, because that's what he get, man. And then I know they were saying something about, he tried to cut off when she was wanting 25K a link up. Do you know what I could do with $20,000 right now? Black man, come on, somebody bless me with 20,000, man.
So Michelle Bundy Evans is now suing Shannon Sharpe, right? And Michelle Bundy Evans, another woman, is now suing Shannon Sharpe, right? Right? This ain't our business. You heard me? This ain't our business. You heard me? This is not our business. Shannon Sharpe had 2 black people sent to him, I believe from God, because they warned him, you will be taken down. And guess what he did? He didn't listen. They kept playing them games. Well, better dress warm when you're trying to play in the snow. And I'm going to add this in, right? A lot of people make fun of Dr. Umar, right? A lot of people make fun of Dr. Umar. But there's one thing that man was not wrong about. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Because this is the kind of shit that happens. He was playing them games that got caught out in them streets. This ain't our business, right? This is his preference. This is when we lead people to their preference. Let him handle this.
Shannon Sharpe, I had to stop in the country. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. The turtles on the branches and shit out here. And I had to holler at you, Shannon Sharpe. I saw you you was on Monique when you had Monique on your show. Monique told you to go find you one of them big old girls with that house coat. Look at your ass, Shannon Sharpe. You from right here, out here in the country. You need somebody to listen to some goddamn blues and shit like that. You hear me? You goddamn you ain't got a milk of magnesia wife. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Ain't nothing. Everybody but goddamn, Shannon Sharpe. Now, when you get to certain status and certain levels of money, you need to go back to what you know. Ground yourself in what you come from. Right there when you were pissing in the bed till you about 13, you know them old girl, healthy girl. That's why you say 180 to be a lady, 210, let me be your friend, big mama. You know what I'm saying? Them girls gonna take care of you. Hell, them girls sell sacks out the front door for you if you need to. Cook you some turkey necks, spunk bell, speckle butter beans right here with that house coat. Them Snicker bar be hanging around and laying everywhere. You already know what I'm talking about. Shannon Sharpe, man, goddamn. Shannon Sharpe, $50 million, they can't. You dodged a bullet this time, Shannon Sharpe. Get back to sweet potatoes, cornbread, Jiffy Mix cornbread, like type of girl, man. I'm telling you, with them house shoes out the corner store. You feel me? This show for a hot rod. Rolling folk, man. The home of the world. We gonna holler back.
Everybody always talk about date your age. Well, I want to date my wage. I'm finna shut all this ish down tonight. I want to date my wage.
Stay right there.
Where y'all at? Hey, chat, where they at?
Hold on. You want to date your what?
I want to date my wage, not my age. I want to date my wage. So where are they? Because y'all always talking about date your age. I want to date my wage. So come on with it.
Well, you talking?
As a matter of fact, I'm taking applicants as we speak.
Well, you talking spicy tonight, boy.
See, Shannon, we were trying to help you out, but you know, you be on there. I'll be on there with that man name on my sock. What's his name? He got that funny name. The dude you talk to all the time. What's his name? Ocho Cinco. Ocho is 8. Cinco is 5. 85. That's his real name. Yeah, him right there. Ocho. Him. He be talking to him all the time. Then he talking about you talking salsa tonight. What? He talking dumb. Well, ain't that one of y'all smart. I'm just gonna say it like that. Ain't that one of y'all smart. Cause I'm gonna tell you what we looking at now. Since you taking applications, you must not been thinking about your wage. Because now you're up in court for a 19, 20-year-old. Huh? You know, I don't know what's the dumbest. Teachers, female teachers messing with folks cheering at these schools, or people like men like Shannon Sharpe can't seem to keep their hand out the cookie jar. Y'all need to grow up. Y'all need to grow up. Y'all need to act y'all age and stop acting your shoe size and not even your wage size. The word of God said, be quick to hear and slow to speak. He wasn't quick to hear. He wasn't slow to speak. He wasn't none of that. Now look what he's going through. You know why? Because he refused to listen. The Bible said warning come before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. When a haughty spirit face, where he at now? Falling. Oh, I gotta defend myself. Now it's about my family. No, Negro. You knew what you were doing. Just because you got the money don't mean you can buy everything you want. You understand what I'm saying? Because some stuff you buy might cost you your life. Some stuff you buy might get you incarcerated. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, I don't know what's the dumbest. You know, like, oh, that's going to happen to everybody else. It ain't going to happen to me. I mean, I don't do it like them. I don't act like them. It ain't going to happen to me. I'm the exception. Okay. What you is now? Y'all keep playing with God. Y'all keep playing. A fool and his money will soon separate. And y'all keep doing it. Y'all keep doing it. What? Somebody else, watch. Somebody else going to be on social media in a minute. Getting sued. Messing with a minor. And he going to be an old school. Watch. Yeah, but you didn't want to hear nothing nobody had to say. You found yourself in court, not with one person, but baby, two. Two want your wage. Shannon, I said two want your wage. Two want it. They in their age, but they want your wage. Oh, and by the way, ladies, Shannon Sharpe done ran out of applications. He took them down the minute NBC got wind of everything and said, Shannon Sharpe said he finna take a break from ESPN sports stuff for a little while, take a stand back, focus on his family. No. You focusing on that lawsuit. You ain't focusing, boy. You should have been looking at your daughters then and then. That way when you seen that lady coming, she said she was 19, you'd have been like, oh no, baby, you too young. I got daughters your age. Dumb. And depending on what judge they get and what jury, they might get some.
So when it comes to the Shannon Sharpe situation, all I gotta say is I don't know how many examples black men need in order to stop going over to that side. I really don't. I mean, y'all see what's going on every time, but they gonna continue to, you know what I mean. Secondly, bro, this dude is 50-some years old messing with this young woman. He had no business messing with this young woman, and plus she's on OnlyFans. Like, you're paying for box. Why? You're paying for box. Why? 50-something years old tricking on a woman. Not only that, the messages are very, very disturbing. She wants you to put that big black baby in her. Do you know how disrespectful that is? I mean, I don't understand that. Like you like being disrespected in that manner, fam? Come on now. And now he's trying to say that it's a shakedown, and then you got dudes commenting talking about it's them trying to bring it's always people trying to bring the black man down. Listen, the only person bringing the black man down is the black man, okay? Because all he had to do was be married at his old age and not even be messing with this woman. He had no business messing with this woman. So if he loses his money and loses his sponsorship or loses his $100 million podcast, whatever situation he got going on, that's what he gets. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. That's what he gets. And I don't care. And neither should we care if he loses everything he got, if his reputation gets dragged through the mud. Because I don't know how many more examples black men need to have in order to stop going over to that side. Okay? He should be moving differently as a older man. Come on. Like, what are we talking about? Then you got Dr. Umar Johnson talking about, I'm going to stand with my brother. For what? Dr. Umar Johnson said, snow bunnies never, black queens forever. But then you want to stand with a man who's messing with snow bunnies. It doesn't make any sense. It literally does not make any sense. So if he loses, if his reputation gets dragged through the mud, if he loses some money, that's what he gets. That's what he gets. Because you know why? He shouldn't have even been in this situation to begin with. He should be married at his old age, sitting his tail down, doing what he's supposed to do. But he want to trick off with a freaking young Caucasian woman. What the heck are we talking about? So when it comes to the Shannon Sharpe situation,
I'm an older man that love all women.
Okay.
There are older men that like younger women.
Is that
there
you?
are younger women that like older men.
Are you an older man that likes younger women?
I'm an older man that love all women.
Okay.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, I gave you everything I had.
You did.
I gave you everything I had.
Which is why I